Hi, I'm Lee Ross with Ross Built Custom Homes. I'm co-owner with my husband Greg, and we've been building beautiful homes on barrier islands for about 20 years in the Sarasota Bradenton area. Today we're on site at our soon-to-be completed Jewfish Key project. This is a really unique, fun project. It's on a little island, 38 acres in total, a total of 12 homesteads. And we built a custom home for our client who just wanted a fun weekend getaway. What's notable about the property is every bit of material was brought in by boat. The only way to get to the island is by boat, so it's been filled with lots of fun, lots of pretty sunsets, and dolphins jumping almost every day. The design inspiration for this home is really, we wanted to basically pull the color palette from the geography. So a lot of the colors are reminiscent of things that washed ashore. So lighter sandy colors, definitely a lot of mixed wood material. And then for fun, of course, we couldn't resist putting in some blues and greens just to add a little bit of color pop. The exterior and the interior are very connected aesthetically. I welcome you to come on in and take a full tour with me. We're starting off our home tour on the ground level of this beautiful home on Jewfish Key. This area of the home had one design intention in mind, and it was pure fun. We've got a lot of really neat things going on down here, starting with the object behind me. This is a plunge pool that can be heated or cooled depending on the weather. And what we're super proud of is it is the world's largest party bench. You can gather around the pool, you can look at the view, you can sit half in the pool or out of the pool. We love the design of this. Also love that we brought in a little kind of sea life vibe to the waterline tile. We've got mermaid scales going on in the interior. Back behind me, we've got an eat-up bar. Who doesn't love an eat-up bar? You can sit inside or outside and enjoy the view from every angle of the home. And then off to the distance, one of the things we're most proud of, or request from the client, is a really lovely outdoor shower. This one we built with the Nauticus shell in mind. So it's an entry without a door where you kind of spin into the outdoor shower. The materials are durable. They will never have to be painted or maintained. It'll withstand any storm. So that's a really fun element to keep the kids outside from the water to the shower. We also have over here a couple overhead garage doors, which is just another one of those elements that made the downstairs fun. That's the kids' playroom. You can open it up. They can be connected to their family or not, but just the whole connection from inside out is definitely something we tried to achieve on this level. So now we're on the main living level of our home, and it's a beautiful open space. Definitely built for large family gatherings. That was one design intention of our client. He says when he travels with his family, it's a party of 17 at least. So we definitely put a strong focus on communal spaces and connection between spaces. You'll see that interior space through these bifold doors is very well connected. You could be inside or outside and it all feels the same. One of the fun things we did from a design standpoint in this area is we tried to really play with things that would have been found on the island. So sand, seashells, driftwood, pieces of burnt wood from a fire pit. We tried to bring all those elements into the color scheme of the house. We do have subtle hints of blues and greens, but definitely the design intent was if we showed up here as people that discovered the island and we put together the house with items found on the island, we wanted the color palette to tell that story. So we've got this beautiful live edge table. One of the true beautiful parts of the home that we're so proud about is the ceiling detail. It was a very vast ceiling, so we needed something super interesting. Played around with a ton of ideas, and then as luck would have it, 2 hurricanes hit the house this summer and found boards from someone's dock or deck or wherever washed ashore, and there was our inspiration. We took the planks from the water's edge and created what we think is either fish bones or possibly a boat mounted to the ceiling. Over in the living room, we just focused on soft, sandy finishes, something super comfortable for the family. And then in the kitchen, which is my favorite space, we just had a little bit of fun. We have a concrete countertop where we met with the homeowners and their children, and we brought seashells and artifacts and sea glass and put it into the concrete countertop. The client's favorite tile in the house is this beautiful Jonathan Adler tile, which is a sunrise sunset tile, which is very appropriate for this home because the view gets both sunrise and sunset. And then looking at the backsplash, we decided to keep it super simple. We have a tile that's not perfect, definitely textural, and varies from tile to tile, which to me feels like the inside of a seashell. We're all on board for just nodding to the coastal environment, but really not leaning too hard into the typical palm trees and blues and greens. So the end result is a very cohesive inside and out kind of atmosphere. Welcome to the master suite. This is a beautiful room, a little bit elevated in the finishes. We have some really lovely soft sandy sheets, soft colors in our furnishings, and then we commissioned a local photographer for some beautiful prints of the local area. This room was really, the design intention was calm, a little bit of a sandy, relaxed vibe. We even have the pretty sea glass looking light fixtures, a nice brass ceiling fan, very, very soft kind of muslin drapery provided here. And then behind me we have the most elegant and beachy, beautiful bathroom I think we've ever done. We borrowed a lot of the color from the surrounding area. The tile on the wall has a little bit of an iridescent, so it does look like the inside of a seashell. We have some wood planks going down the shower, which just feels cozy. And then we have beach pebbles as the floor, which is just such a fun little touch. Everything about this room is a celebration of calmness and something you would find if you kind of ran around on the sand for the afternoon and brought those colors in. You'll see them right here in this space. So we're currently in what I would call the secondary master bedroom in this home. It's off the kitchen, so it's on the main living level. We envision sort of the adults or the older people in the group staying here. It's a little bit more elevated in its finishes. It's got a beautiful view of the blue-green water right from your bed, which we all love. You've got a swing just outside if you want to take a little slide out in the morning and have a moment to yourself. And then the color theme in here was just a little elevated, and if I could choose a word to describe it, I would say it's a watery room. We tried to do all the soft blues and greens, a little bit of a vintage poster art with a sea glass bikini, and then we took that color scheme and sort of washed it straight into the bathroom. We've got a sea glass hexagon tile in there, and then the shower walls, it's a very simple tile, but we shook up the pattern. So it's a little bit of a textural pattern, reminiscent if you were standing within the water and you were being hugged by a big wave or something like that. And then we topped it off with some really lovely brass finishes and a driftwood cabinet. This room I think is a little bit elevated, but it certainly deserves it because it's got one of the best views in the house. So we're now on the third floor of our home, and this entire floor was built for the children, the cousins, the friends. It's a fun zone. We went a little nuts and had a little bit of fun with some of the finishes here. The ceiling is a beautiful driftwood kind of rustic plank. Love how warm it made the space. We've got plenty of sleeping space all on the third floor. I think we can sleep 2, 4, 6, 8, probably 10 people on this floor alone. Well-designed bunk beds with the cute little nautical lights. Of course, we have our phone chargers there for the kids with their iPads. Couple other fun things we did in this space is instead of doing antlers on a wall, because we're on an island, we did fishtails on a wall. We totally envision bathing suits and various other garments being flung onto the fishtails over the years. And then one of the shining moments of this room is we commissioned a local sculpturist to design a Jewfish. It's Jewfish Key. We needed a Jewfish. So we have one of the prettiest Jewfish I've ever seen mounted to the wall. We played around with some of the lighting in here just to keep it fun. We have a spider light chandelier over the main living area. And then behind me, we have these lovely perforated pendants that twinkle at night, almost like a lighthouse for the whole island to see. And then just a sweet little spot to sit And you can either sit down and enjoy your children or yell at your children or whatever, but that's kind of the captain's seat for taking in all of the view and all of the fun up on this level. Continuing the tour, we're still in the third room, and this is one of the children's rooms. Up on the third floor, we have a den and 2 bedrooms mirroring one another. One is a blue theme, one is a soft green theme. They're outfitted very similarly as far as sleeping capacity. So on the third floor, we can have 10 people sleeping up here. The design aesthetic of this is to pull in the colors from the water. So this is a very soft nod to a beautiful blue color that we see as I'm looking out the window. We went for very durable, hardy furnishings. The bunk beds are always a big winner in all of our beach homes. This one is exceptional. It's got a cute little night light, kind of a soft coastal bedding pattern with darling little blue rug. And then instead of a closet in both of the rooms, we just did wardrobes. We don't envision people moving into these closet spaces very much. What we did is we created a wardrobe with a countertop so you can drop your luggage, drop your duffel bag, drop your beach bag, and just run out of the room and have fun. The bathroom in each of these spaces is a nod to the colors outside. This one is particularly interesting because it has a tub, and then the tile on the tub wall is this really lovely gradation of blues and creams that has a ripple to it, much like this inside that you would see of a sea urchin. Anyone who goes into that space cannot help but turn the dial on the faucets. They're round, they're fun. It's just going to be a great hangout spot for children and adults. Thank you so much for joining us in this tour of our Jewfish Key project. Every bit of this project was fun. Who doesn't love building on a remote island where you have to take a boat to work every day? Every subcontractor, every painter, artist, tile guy, every single person that was involved in this home had to come here by boat. We even had someone come by a paddleboard just for fun. We're kind of sad to see it go, but we're so looking forward to turning it over to a really fun family who has promised me they're going to pass it down for generations to come.